This is in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Dennis J. Clark, file number 24-21696FH. I have Jim Daly appearing on behalf of Mr. Clark, and Allison Arnold appearing on behalf of people. It's my understanding they hadn't gone to go get him yet, but it appears they were actually en route back with him. So, thank you. All right, Mr. Daly, have you had a chance to talk to your client?
Yeah, sure.
All right, Mr. Clark, did you get a chance to read and review the pre-sentence report? All right, you have to speak loud enough so the microphone picks up audio. You can move it towards them. Mr. Daly is an attorney, so we all are loud, so.
Okay, yes.
Okay, and have you had an opportunity to discuss the pre-sentence report with Mr. Daly?
Yes.
Are you satisfied with him as your attorney and the advice that he's given you?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Daly, or start with Ms. Arnold, do you wish to explain or challenge the accuracy or relevancy of any information in the pre-sentence report?
No, thank you.
Mr. Daly, do you wish to explain or challenge the accuracy or relevancy of any information in the pre-sentence report?
I would only note, Your Honor, that Mr. Clark disagrees with the statements made by the alleged victims in this case. I'm not making a big deal of that, but you just noticed that for the record, he doesn't agree with that.
Well, he's obviously went to trial and maintained his innocence. Okay. Does the I show he has one prior felony, which was older, but he has one prior felony, no prior misdemeanors, and no juvenile record. Do you agree with that?
I do, Your Honor.
And would you argue that there is any known constitutional defect in that prior offense?
There isn't.
Okay. Would you agree with that as well?
Judge, only to state that it was a group of felonies arising out of one incident, multiple felonies arising out of one incident.
His prior?
Yeah, priors, yeah.
Okay. Before the court passes sentence, Ms. Arnold, is there anything you wish to say on behalf of the people?
Judge, not much. I know that the courts have the benefit of hearing the trial in this matter. Mr. Clark defended against two young girls who were his stepdaughters several years ago. He went to prison for 7 years for that. He continued to reoffend multiple years later. He's a pedophile. That will never change, and the mandatory sentence is appropriate.
The recommendation is for 33 years to 60 years, and
We would concur with that.
yes, okay. Mr. Daly, anything you want to say on behalf of your client?
You're all right. The only thing I could add is
Oh, you know what? I forgot to go over the guidelines. So on count one, criminal sexual conduct, second degree, the calculated guidelines were 36 to 142. On this count two, 36 to 142. Count three, criminal sexual conduct, third degree was 51 to 170. Count four, assault with intent, second degree was 7 to 46. And the criminal sexual conduct, fourth degree was 0 to 34. Do you agree with that calculation of guidelines?
Here you go.
And Mr.
Yeah.
Daly? All right, I'm sorry, Mr. Daly, now you may proceed.
Your Honor, on this case, I could only indicate to the court Mr. Clark has maintained his innocence right from the beginning. As a result of that, there was, while the prosecutor was willing to do what she could to resolve this matter, there was no interest on the defense part to do something like that. We've had our trial on our matter, and at the trial, he claimed that he didn't do it, he didn't groom anybody, and that he was being set up so that at a later date he would be arrested and they could go in and rob his restaurant or his residence. That is the defense that he has relied upon and that he's used. So he's certainly not here today asking for any mercy or any understanding or any compassion, because his position continues to be that he is innocent of this and he's had his trial, and whatever will happen in regards to that process will happen. But this is not the normal case to the extent that he's seen the errors of his way or anything like that has happened, Your Honor. Beyond that, I have nothing else to add, other than Mr. Clark has always been a pleasure to work with. I've always enjoyed working with him. He's always been cooperative. And to that extent, my relationship with Mr. Clark has always been excellent.
Okay, very good. Mr. Clark, is there anything you'd like to say on your own behalf?
Said I'm very sorry.
You gotta speak up.
I'm very sorry.
In determining the appropriate sentence in this case, or these cases, the court has considered the seriousness of the offense, your history, the principle of proportionality, the statutory penalty, the cost of confinement, the sentencing guidelines, the report and recommendation of the probation department, as well as what has been said upon the record at this hearing. The criteria and reasons for the sentence are the nature and gravity of the offense, the discipline appropriate to its commission, deterrence against repetition by you and by others, the potential for reformation, vindication for law, and the protection of society. The sentence of the court that on count 1, criminal sexual conduct, 2nd degree, person under 13, habitual criminal, 4th offense felony, that you will serve a period of 33 years to 60 years with the Michigan Department of Corrections with credit for 279 days served. There is $68 in state costs. On count 2, criminal sexual conduct, 2nd degree, person under 13, habitual criminal, 4th offense felony. You will serve a period of 33 years to 60 years with the Michigan Department of Corrections with credit for 279 days and a $68 state cost. On count 3, criminal sexual conduct, 3rd degree, habitual criminal, 4th felony. Sent to the court that you'll serve a period of 33 years to 60 years with the Michigan Department of Corrections with credit for 279 days served with a $68 state cost. On count 4, criminal sexual conduct, assault with intent to commit criminal sexual conduct, 2nd degree, habitual criminal, 4th felony. You will serve a period of 33 to 60 years with the Michigan Department of Corrections with credit for 279 days served, a $68 state cost. On count 5, criminal sexual conduct, 4th degree, habitual criminal, 4th felony. You will serve a period of 2 years, 8 months to 15 years with the Michigan Department of Corrections with credit for 279 days served. And on that file, there is a $130 crime victim rights fee, or on the whole file, and then another $68 in state costs. You're going to have no contact with the victim, RM in this case, directly or indirectly, and you will remain active on the Michigan Sex Offender Registry for life. These sentences will run concurrent to each other. Anything else, Ms. Arnold?
No,
Mr. Daly?
Yeah.
Mr. Jones? All right. Mr. Clark, my bailiff's going to hand down to your notice of right to appellate review. You're going to initial and date 1 copy for our file just to acknowledge you received the paperwork. If you wish to appeal the sentence, you would fill out the information on the form and mail it to the address listed on the form within 42 days. If you wish to do that today, I can afford you the opportunity to have a seat and fill it out, but you can discuss that with Mr. Daly if you like. Otherwise, you can take it with you and mail it in within 42 days.
Okay, it's going to be filled
All
out.
right, if you want to sit down and do that real quick,
Okay.
Mr. Daly, show them how to do it.